All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let's jump in. What I want to do is just quickly start by asking you a question, and it's really just what if you could add thousands of dollars in extra income to your business? And this is without needing another license, without learning a whole new career, and without spending all day chasing cold leads. That's exactly what I'm going to show you today in today's workshop, okay? Now, as a realtor and loan officer in today's market, it's really normal to feel concerned, stressed out, or even a little bit intimidated. Maybe you're a little anxious where the next deal is coming from, or uncertain how to pivot your business with higher rates and tougher buyers. So here's the truth. Every market creates an opportunity, and right now the biggest opportunity I see is working with investors in DSCR loans. Why? Because investors are still active. They buy more often. They don't get stirred off by headlines. And the best part, as an agent, you can even earn partner or referral fees on DSCR loans legally without needing an NMLS license. That's why I've put together this free training to show you exactly how you can do it. So today, what we're going to talk about and what we're going to cover in today's session is I'll explain exactly what a DSCR loan is and why it's one of the most powerful financing tools for real estate investors. We'll go over how these loans work and how you as an agent can legally get paid partner fees without a license. Then we'll dive into why working with investors can be one of the smartest moves in today's market. I'm going to give you access to plug and play marketing banners you can use to promote your brand and generate leads, even if you do not have a marketing background. And finally, I'll share some of the DSCR ads that I've already had that have produced over 100 million in funded volume. So you can see what's working right now and apply it directly into your business. And then by the end of this training, you'll walk away with the DSCR referral playbook and tools to start earning more income immediately. Now, before we get into today's session, I just quickly want to introduce myself, give you a little context on why I'm so passionate about teaching this. My name's Trevor Gravink. I'm both a licensed real estate agent and a mortgage broker. And while I've only done a handful of real estate transactions personally, I've funded over 400 loans and ranked in the top 1% of all loan officers nationwide. Over the last few years, I've shifted a big part of my focus to working with real estate investors, especially through DSCR loans. And now I teach weekly classes to help realtors tap into this opportunity. The best part is everything that I share with you is completely free. You might say, why? It's really just because if I help more realtors grow their business, more likely some of you will want to work with my team to convert your investor leads into funded loans. There's really no strings attached. You get weekly coaching, access to my DSCR marketing tools and training that you can use right away, whether or not you ever send me a referral. Okay. My belief is simple. If I bring you massive value and show you how much I care about your success over time, you'll see I might be the partner you want in your corner. And one of the things that I'm most proud of in this business is just feedback that I get from clients. I've been fortunate enough to help hundreds of families and investors with their financing. And along the way, I've built a reputation for being responsive, transparent, and making the process as smooth as possible. And you can check out my reviews online. And now, if you stay till the end, you're going to get the access to some of the resources that I'm going to be able to provide you. I'm going to show you actually which ads are working and how I know that they're working, not only because I'm using them, but I've have access to data that shows a lot of other people using the same ads within a marketing group that I'm involved with. So let's just get into what is a DSCR loan. Okay. DSCR stands for debt service coverage ratio. It's a type of mortgage designed strictly for investment properties, not for primary residences. And what makes it different, instead of looking at your personal income like tax returns, W-2s, the lender it looks at the property itself. Specifically, they measure the rent and income potential of the property to determine if it qualifies for financing. So it depends on the lender and the scenario, and I won't get too far into it. But really, if the rent matches the housing payment, you can get a loan on that property, and sometimes they'll even go below 1-to-1 ratio is what they call it. So that means your ability to get the loan isn't tied to a job or personal debt. It's tied to whether the property can pay for itself. And that's why DSCR loans is one of the most powerful financing tools for investors and really a huge opportunity for realtors who want to work with clients that are buying rental properties. Now, there's only so much I can cover in a single webinar, but I want you to know I've created a ton of additional training on DSCR loans on my YouTube channel. I break down everything from the programs, the requirements, and even the pros and cons of DSCR loans. So if you want to go deeper after today's session, you can check out my full DSCR playlist on my YouTube channel. Now, why I love it working with investors and why you should too. Okay. First, with investors, there's really no down markets. While traditional buyers may get scared off by higher rates or headlines, investors see an opportunity. Second, they don't waste a ton of time searching for the perfect property. They're basing it off of numbers, not emotions. And that means faster decisions and smoother transactions for you. Third, they create repeat business. A traditional buyer may buy one property every 7 to 10 years. An investor might buy multiple properties every single year. And fourth, investors give more referrals because they're usually connected to other investors. And it's all business and numbers, which makes the process simpler and more predictable, in my opinion. Finally, I believe that they're easier to find than you might think, especially with investor groups and other areas and marketing tools that I have in place. And that's why shifting part of your business towards investors can completely change your income and your consistency. So let's talk about how you get paid. Now, one of the biggest reasons DSCR loans are such a game changer for realtors is it's considered a business purpose loan because it's strictly for investment properties, not for personal owner occupied homes. And because of that, they don't fall under the same RESPA rules that govern traditional consumer mortgages. So that means the strict rule on no referral fees that applies to residential mortgages does not apply in the same way here. Now, I have to be careful because there are some states that do require a license, so we can go over that. But in a lot of states, no license is required at all. So as a licensed realtor, you can legally earn a referral or partner fee on DSCR loans without the license, as long as your role is just the referral, not in loan origination. Okay, that's a key. So this opens the door to a complete new income stream that most agents don't even know exist. So let's talk about some of the key boundaries in your role in the process. First, you can introduce or refer a client, and then you can get compensated for that referral. You cannot quote rates, you cannot structure loan terms, you cannot take or process loan applications. So if you stay within those limits, it's 100% compliant. And that's exactly how top agents are adding thousands in additional income simply by connecting their investor clients with the right lending partner. So let's talk about how you actually get paid when you refer an investor client for a DSCR loan. So my commitment is if you send me an investor and the referral closes, I'll pay you a partner fee equal to 25% of the gross commission earned on that loan. So that means every time one of your investor referrals funds a DSCR loan through me, you get a check, simple, transparent, 100% legal under the business purpose lending rules. So, investors often buy multiple properties and there's some of the more consistent clients in real estate. That means every referral has the potential to lead to repeat income for you. So, in addition to growing your real estate business, you now have an opportunity to open up a revenue stream without doing any of the origination work. And something that I do that I've never heard of any other broker doing, maybe they do, maybe they don't, is we all know rates are high right now. What's going to be coming? Rates dropping, and there's going to be refinance opportunities. If you originally connected me to that person, I'm still going to let you be a part of the refinance transaction as well. Okay. So let me show you what this looks like in real numbers. Let's say an investor client comes to me for a 400,000 DSCR loan. If that commission is 2%, that's $8,000 in total commission. At 25%, you get a $2,000 partner fee paid directly to you. And that's just one deal. Okay. Now it gets even a little bit better because I want to be able to be connected to as many real estate agents that want to be a part of this as possible. So if you introduce me to other agents and they refer me business, I'll pay you 10% on those clients as well. Now, how are you going to be able to find these clients? So one of the biggest challenges realtors tell me about is marketing, creating ads, graphics, campaigns that actually generate leads. And that's why I've put together a full library of proven ads and marketing pieces that are already working in today's market. So what you're seeing here are just some examples of real campaigns that have been used by realtors to attract investors and mortgage officers to attract investors and generate inquiries that turn interest into funded loans. The best part is you don't need to be a marketing expert. You'll be able to plug these into your own business, brand them as yours, and start generating attention from investors right away. So less time struggling with Canva, guessing what works, and more time having real conversations with investor clients who are ready to buy. What I'm also going to provide you, just to be able to make this easier, is one of the hardest parts of marketing is following up. You can run ads, you can generate leads, but if you don't have a system to stay in front of those prospects, most of them are going to slip through the track. So what I've built is a complete DSCR email drip sequence that I'll give you access to. And these emails are written specifically for investor clients. They educate them, they build trust. They're going to position you as the expert. All you need to do is plug them into your CRM or email platform, and you'll have an automated system that nurtures the leads for you. So instead of worrying about what to write or when to follow up, you'll already have a professional sequence doing the heavy lifting while you focus on having conversations and helping us together close more deals. Another thing I'm going to provide you is with a script. Okay, this program isn't just to show you the opportunity, I actually give you the words to use. So here you'll get access to my DSCR lead script, which is exact framework I use when talking to investors. It covers how to start the conversation, what questions to ask, and how to position yourself as the expert without needing to know every detail about financing. On top of that, I created a step-by-step video training that walks you through the script so you know exactly how to deliver it. And this is whether you're brand new to working with investors or experienced, you're going to have a proven conversation guide you can use immediately so you don't freeze up when an investor asks you a tough question. The goal is simple. I want to give you confidence, save you time, and help you convert more leads into deals. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see in all aspects of the mortgage and real estate business is wasting money on ads that don't convert. Okay, here's the difference of what I'm giving you. I've already managed millions of dollars in Google ads for mortgage and real estate campaigns, and I know exactly which ones bring in investor leads at the lowest cost. What you see here are examples of ads that have been tested, optimized, and proven to work. And these are the ones generating real DSCR loan inquiries right now. So instead of spending months or thousands of dollars figuring out what works, you can plug in the winners immediately. And that means more qualified investor leads faster without the trial and error. Now, just to kind of give you a little bit of perspective to the value that I'm sharing with you, I actually consult for a company called Lead Hackers, where I train loan officers on these exact same marketing systems, how to generate leads, how to convert them, and how to scale their business with investors. And here's the difference. Loan officers for the mortgage side of this type of business, they pay thousands of dollars for access to this training and support. Okay. I'm providing this to you so that you can go out there and hit the ground running, and there's absolutely no cost. Because if I can help you succeed in marketing to investors, it helps both of us grow your business and my business. And Lead Hackers itself, one of the reasons that I chose to partner with them and teach inside their program is because of their reputation in the mortgage and real estate industry. They're not just another marketing company. It's the only lead gen company endorsed by both AIM and NAM, two of the largest national associations in the mortgage space. And on top of that, they've earned industry recognition with awards like Go High Level Platinum and ClickFunnels 2 Comma Club, which means the systems aren't just theory, they've been proven to generate millions of revenue. So when I tell you the strategies and tools I'm sharing with you today, you can trust they've been tested, vetted, and backed by some of the top organizations in the industry, while others are out there going to do a lot of trial and error. You don't have to. So the big advantage I can bring to you when it comes to marketing is these Facebook ads aren't just ones I personally tested. They've been used by hundreds of loan officers across the country, which gives me insights that would normally be impossible to get without spending years and wasting thousands of dollars on trial and error. That means when I hand these templates over to you, they've already been battle tested in multiple markets. We've refined them, and they're proven to convert investor leads. So instead of guessing what works or sinking your own money into ads that flop, you can immediately start with these ads that have already produced real results. So what we're going to do is save you time, money, energy, and let you focus on building relationships and closing deals, while the ads will help you do the heavy lifting. So to also help with this, every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, I host a live coaching call. We're not talking about theory. We're going to show you how to be able to implement things. I'll walk you through the DSCR playbook step by step, give you the 90-day action plan, and we do a live Q&A so you leave with exactly what to post, what to send, who to call this week. We do hot seats, share ads and email templates, and I give you accountability checklists so you actually turn these into funded deals and partner fees. Okay, so if you want me in your corner each week, you can join these trainings for free. Now, if you want to learn more, all you have to do is just schedule a one-on-one with me. That's the next step. You can just scan this QR code. We can go ahead and talk about getting access to all the marketing materials, ads, email sequences, and then from there, we'll talk about partnering together on future deals. Okay. Now, this isn't the only training that I teach. It's just a partial list of the classes. I've actually created a website called lendingagentshelp.com. My goal is to help realtors grow their business by finding out what other successful realtors are doing in the current market and also connect with realtors and find out their biggest struggles and try to find solutions for them. I know if I can help grow your business or create solutions for some of your biggest problems, you'll want to do business with me. So I regularly hold classes in groups and do one-on-ones with my realtor partners. So these are some of the other classes that you can actually watch some of the previously recorded videos. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. I'll open it up for any possible questions that people might have on either just DSCR loans in general or the referral part of it, marketing, whatever it is. So if there's any, I'll go ahead and believe I need to unmute. I believe you guys have the ability to unmute yourselves. So if there's any questions, you guys can go ahead and ask away. I also wanted to, before you guys can raise your hand and I can call on you, I also wanted to introduce Jay Blanco. He's an account executive at one of the main lenders that we actually use. He's been in the non-QM space with DSCR loans for a very long time, so he can also back not only how huge of an opportunity it is working with investors, but just the compliance aspect of being able to pay you guys partner fees. So Jay, I'll just kind of give you a moment to give a little bit of spiel about that portion and just DSCR loans and how we can help them convert more deals.
Wonderful. Being experienced on this side of the fence, you guys, it's not too often I get to speak with realtors. So thank you for coming and giving Trevor your time today. I've actually got to work with Trevor for a few years. We've closed hundreds of DSCR loans together, and that's what I specialize in. Over the last year, we've seen DSCR grow from being about 20% of the market share on non-QM to over 50, now about 60% of the market share. So it's really, really, really blossoming in terms of a program, anywhere from international borrowers to commercial size apartment complexes. It's just vast. Short-term rentals, another thing that's really, really hot. So this is a great opportunity. The market is changing. We all know about systems in this industry and how they change. And do you get a part of it early? Do you get on the boat right away? This is one of those systems you want to get in right away. Start getting this marketing set up. It is really a plug and play system that Trevor is doing. And I've watched it firsthand work, and it can definitely work for you guys for sure.
Thanks, Jay. So questions that anybody has in regards to DSCR loans or any other aspect of this that I've gone over?
And as a lender, I can help with any specific guideline questions or anything like that, or even targeting areas. That's another great question I know Trevor was starting to talk about. There's literally 50 states with some lenders, and with others like us that offer more premium rates, you're going to be in more of about 40 plus states. So you have a lot of access, and I would love to know where everybody's located.
Has anybody in here done a DSCR loan for one of their clients? Or do they currently work with investors?
Done a D- I've done a DSCR loan. Hi guys, this is Carmen. How you doing? I'm over in Florida,
Oh,
and
beautiful state for it.
yeah, I've been doing DSCR. DSCR loans are nice. You know, it's the less income documentation needed, and using cash flow for the purpose of the loan makes it really um interesting for investors that obviously write everything off. So if they're able to buy assets with the money that they have and use, you know, the money that they have for that down payment, and we can find some properties that, meet those ratios, and it's a smoking deal. Jay, do you do loans that are sub 1% on these DSCR loans too? I know it's
100%.
more.
Yes.
Yeah,
And we have
that might be something.
multiple ways to help you guys get those above ones. Rents are fluctuating everywhere right now for especially Florida. You got anywhere from condos to a single family. There's a lot of differences. So what's great about this program is its flexibility, as Trevor was talking about. So yes, below one comes in all the time, but there's things that we can do. Some companies can't do it, but we can. We can use AirDNA for
Yep.
short-term rentals. We can use new leases. We can use an interest-only aspect to qualify. So there's a lot of ways to get that back up to one to maximize your, loan to value and the least amount of down payment. So yes, there's a lot of options.
And Dave, I saw you said that you're in Colorado. Colorado is a state that does not require a license, so we can help you out definitely there. And,
Number four state in the country out of the top 50 for any type of investment opportunities is Colorado.
so it's a huge business. And like I said, it's hard to find people that are going to be looking for houses, right? Like, where do you find them unless you're doing presentations at offices or those types of things? But investors, they raise their hands. There's all sorts of Facebook groups that have them in there. So they're easier to find. There's local investor groups that you can go out to, or the title company can help you find properties that are non-owner occupied. So then you could reach out to those people and see if they're in the market for future investment properties. And like I said, even if it's a refinance, as long as you bring me the deal, the partner referral agreement still stands. So
Does anybody here work with like property management companies or have an into those? Those would be a great way to get any type of listings, plus refinances. It's a really good place to start.
yeah, or places where condos, non-mortgable condos, because that means there's a high density for investment properties there. So that's another big opportunity. Um, you know, it's something that really just opens the door for you to be able to meet a lot of different people, because most of the investors, like I said earlier, that I've worked with, they are a part of investor groups because they buy properties sometimes as a few of them joining in on the deal. So, you
Yep.
know, that four people as a part of one deal, and then that guy has they send me their whole real estate schedule, and then I see opportunities for them to be able to do cash out and buy other properties as well. So you don't need to know the nitty gritty of the loan side of the business. You just need to introduce investors. We get them pre-approved, we hand them back to you. You help them find that property and then get paid for it. It's really that simple. Obviously, the more like stuff that you can just kind
That's
of
great.
understand to talk, but you
What
don't
was
need
that?
to know the loans.
I heard a question.
Not sure. Any other questions? If not, I'm going to let everybody jump off. I'll reach out to each person that attended individually, see if you want to set up a time to discuss how you might be able to implement this into your current business and provide you with those marketing materials. And then I'll be able to send out this recording as well to everyone.
All right, sounds good, guys. Take care.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your
Thank you. All
time.
right,
All right.
bye-bye.